Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Prospects and Show 101. My name is Chris, and today I am joined by,
Braden.
and we're going to be watching our first quarterback of the 2020 NFL Draft class, a fifth-year senior from Vanderbilt, so you should end up declaring, named Riley Neal. So,
Wait, hold on. Time out. Wasn't he supposed to be wasn't he like a Ball State last year, or am I
2 years ago.
tripping? Or is this
Yep,
just a okay, I was like, is this the same dude? Because
yes.
I remember last year there was some hype around him and then it seemed like he
And
died or
then he transferred
something.
to Vanderbilt instead our year.
Okay, because I was about to say, I was like, okay, that makes more sense. Because I was like, I heard hype about him, and then he didn't. So I was like, is that the same dude, or is it just because those are two pretty common names? So
Yeah, he's replacing Shermer, Kyle Shermer at Vanderbilt.
oh yeah.
So yeah, he is listed at 6'5", 224 pounds, 22 and 8 months. So yeah, uh, right. Here is some background info. Of course, the three games that we have are from 2 years ago because of the transfer rule. Three-star recruit, blah 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 blah. Started as a freshman, started as a sophomore, transferred, grad transfer.
That's wild as fuck. Read that last sentence.
The FBI raided his father's home to investigate local corruption. Okay. Um,
That's one of the most random things I've read on a prospect background ever. That is really random.
so, good character based on what we know so far, and injury history is interesting.
Somewhat.
Nothing
Yeah.
really, I guess, ACL or Achilles wise, I guess.
Towards meniscus and PCL, which did not require surgery.
So, yeah, do you have a preference for which team we start with? Honestly, all three teams are not that great. So, do you really care?
Yeah, I really
Okay, we'll
don't.
start with UAB.
If he has any potential in the NFL, I should see borderline dominance considering our competition here. I just want that for the record.
His first pass, at least.
Yeah. Oh no, here we go with the screens.
Speed in space, baby. By the way, for those of you guys who don't know what position the quarterback is, he wears number 15.
If you don't know which position the quarterback is, please feel free to go watch a tutorial football video in the game of football and then come back.
Okay. Um,
That was very interesting there.
so let's start breaking down these passes with this one.
That motion is interesting.
Oops, I did not mean to play that again. Uh, so boundary passes are a thing. That was not a
Yeah,
very good one of them. Um, timing is a thing.
this was not very good. That motion is interesting. Actually, never mind. It's not as bad as I first thought. At first, I thought it looked like he kind of alligator armed that thing. I was like, yeah, that's going to be a big problem if that's his motion.
Forward doesn't seem to be too bad of an issue, I guess.
No. I was a bit behind, but that was actually good cut by the receiver, actually. That was real nice. Yeah, his footwork's pretty decent. Steps up in the pocket. Yeah, yeah, it's practically right there.
One-step drop. Okay.
That was a nice kind of throw into somewhat tight
Out
window.
of the velocity.
That was not a good read.
Yeah, like the other guy had a turn window either.
No. Well, if someone's got to get hit, I'm going to make sure it's not me.
Okay.
Was that like tipped or
Well,
something?
yeah, that was tipped. I'm just interested why he felt so pressured when they were a three-man rush.
That was actually not tipped.
But that was caught.
Yeah, no, it was caught. I meant tipped by the defender at the line of scrimmage.
Nice happy feet.
No, please don't.
Slide at least.
Okay.
Rip.
That's a no-no there. I mean, he got 8 yards, but oh dear. That was
I don't know how he
actually a
got
real
that
good
there.
throw under pressure. Yeah, I was about to say that was not his fault. That was disastrous protection. Who got
Left
destroyed?
tackle.
Oh no! Oh dear, that was not pretty. That was actually a real nice. Also, a nice job by the receiver to box out the corner. Oh God.
Could have been worse.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of rollouts in general if they're like not on the if it's not a goal to go situation.
That was just straight up bully by the receiver.
Yeah, that was just
Okay.
all
Interesting
right.
decision, but
You got it there.
have you noticed any?
It's motion.
You go.
It's like it's motion. It's like it starts out fine, and then at the end, it's like he kind of like out short arms it. You know, like up until here, it just seemed like it when you played it back. It just seemed like he like kind of short armed it or alligator armed it almost at the very end of it.
It's mainly when he starts, to be honest.
Like right, just play through.
Like when he
I don't
starts
know.
his
I'm just
motion and then he extends out at the end.
that was a really nice spiral to get that there.
That had to have been incredible ball placement too.
Yeah.
Easy throw.
Yeah.
Cha-ching.
If he missed that throw, I would have asked you to turn off the tape. Like that seam was so wide open, even Case Keenum could have made that throw. That is just a great play to actually not lose yards. I was about to say it's terrible play design.
Have you noticed anything so far as progressions go?
No, I haven't seen much. No, usually he just kind of is on one half of the. It's
And
like
that's the first time there that
sometimes,
I've seen him read the whole field.
yeah, yeah,
To be fair, that was a good decision.
yeah. That was a good decision. It's like progressions, and he's definitely had some. I mean, he's definitely had some interesting decisions so far. That was a real good throw. Can he get a foot in?
Yeah.
Good cool.
Hastings catch. Yeah, I got both of them in.
Yeah.
Twice.
Okay, never mind. Yeah.
Nice pocket plays.
Oh no.
That was an interesting decision to step up.
Yeah.
He almost ran himself into pressure. Loaded box. Okay.
I mean, sure.
Cool.
Whatever. It's like at that point, I'd rather you just throw it away and save your teammate from getting the hit. Under pressure.
I don't even see a defender in the remote area. This might be harsh based on what he's known as now because of how much he's regressed the last 5 years. But for some really weird reason, I get Eli Manning vibes.
Okay.
Like the way he moves in the pocket. And the dealing with pressure. I don't know. Some of this just makes me think about Eli Manning. That was nice stuff. Okay. His ball placement has been one of his better traits. See, I would say I'm more impressed with his ball
Yeah.
placement than his actual accuracy.
Yeah.
When he actually gets the ball to the receiver in stride, he's putting that ball right on a dime.
That right guard just got ripped. Oh, you got to catch
Speaking
that,
of
dog.
ripped,
Dog, you got to bring that in. Okay. Could have been placed better, but still, you
that
should
was a
bring
bad
that in.
shoulder catch.
Yeah, you got to bring that in. Escape. Please just. I would have rather you thrown that away. It's like that hit was really unnecessary. Oh, he's taking some snaps under center. That's good. That was a late hit. Oh!
Okay.
Throw it away. Like, that hit is unnecessary.
And you lost
You just
yards.
lost. I'm like, you lost yards and took a hit for no reason. Just you could have literally underhanded that thing out of bounds. That was another very interesting decision. Or he went completely over the top of him.
Still a very interesting decision.
Yeah, it's still it's an interesting decision. Okay, that's a throwaway.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay. So that's their one game against UAB.
Eh. It's
Are
like,
you
you know,
saying because it's against UAB, or are you saying because of how he actually did?
kind of a combination.
Okay.
Because it's like he definitely made some good throws under pressure and had some real good throws like deep and like into tight windows, but just he definitely made some interesting decisions and his accuracy was kind of inconsistent. And one thing, the biggest complaint I have is he didn't okay, one time at the end, but he didn't throw the ball away practically at all. All right.
That all you got from that?
Anyway, he, I'd say based off this first game, his best trait would probably be ball placement, in my opinion. Yeah, yeah, he showed some pretty decent pocket poise at certain parts in the game. So, yeah, definitely seen worse.
What a
Anyway,
rousing compliment. Sounds like a first job
thank you.
talent.
Yep, I've seen worse. I mean, I've seen worse quarterbacks go number 6 overall.
Oh, rooperoni.
Anyway, anyway,
Cool. So you ready to move on to the Illinois Fighting Illini?
yeah.
And the GOAT head coach of all time, Lovie Smith. To be fair, Lovie Smith with Chicago was actually not horrible. They were better with him than they were with John Fox. Personal opinion.
I mean, that's not really saying a whole bunch.
Oh, John Fox also made it to a Super Bowl, so.
Also, John Fox took a knee, 35 seconds left in regulation, and all 3 timeouts with arguably the greatest
John
quarterback
Fox
of
was
all
with
time.
Denver for a year or two, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was with us when the Ravens game that we don't talk about, the Super Bowl, and when we lost the divisional game at the Colts, the game before the Deflategate bullshit happened.
So he was the guy that bridged McDaniels with Vance Joseph.
That would have been bridged McDaniels and Kubiak.
Oh, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, he had Kubiak before Vance Joseph. Anyway, but yeah, he was the one who bridged McDaniels and Kubiak.
And then after that is when he went to Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, as much as Raheem Moore fucked up that play, and I will never forget that play, John Fox, he had 35 seconds time with 35 seconds left, all 2 or 3 timeouts, and you had Peyton Manning, who at that point was still really good. Peyton Manning wasn't Peyton Manning how we won the Super Bowls. Peyton Manning, borderline and is still in his prime, you know, and he took a knee. That's still one of the worst coaching decisions I've ever seen. I'm sorry. As much as John Fox has just as much blame in that as Raheem Moore, and I don't say that lightly, because everyone who knows me personally knows my opinion on Raheem Moore. Anyway, sorry, my rant is over. We can go on. That throw was behind.
Yeah.
And then he just slipped. That was a yikes.
That was so. Oh. Let's just start out by reiterating, I should say, the whole progressions point here.
Mm-hmm.
At what
He's
point do you
mugging
move
him.
your head off?
About now.
Oh, so you mean when he makes the decision to throw it?
Huh?
So you mean, like, literally when he makes the decision to throw it to the guy where you actually want to change reads? Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
I was like,
it's 3rd and 7, so I can't really blame him too much for not hitting a check down.
I mean, look at the receiver in there.
That guy?
Yeah, that guy. I'd at least throw it to the dump off. All right. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this decision. It's like, you got to at least...
That point's probably better luck because he's following him, so you do have...
Yeah, at that point, you have the running back. That's a first down.
It worked out, I guess.
Up, and then he dropped the ball. I will say, right, he has an innate ability to make an absolute play that was a very questionable decision turn into something not terrible looking, minus the fumble.
And that's because of the ball placement.
Yeah.
Because he
has
done a very nice job of bringing balls into tight windows.
Yeah, it's like, you can't tell me that's a penalty flag, dog. Oh, dear God.
Face mask.
Oh, face mask. I was about to say, if that's a targeting penalty.
I thought they were about to call roughing the passer when he was out of the pocket.
No. I wouldn't put it past football refs. But still, I was like, if they call this targeting, I'm never watching a game of football again.
I wouldn't say that though.
Anyway, there's no way.
Yeah,
Oh
sure.
dear, he did it to him. He did it to him.
Pepperoni.
F's in the chat, boys. No, no. Oh. If you just look a little bit, like a good foot to your right, a guy was going up the seam, dude.
Great throw. Top class. That was delayed game.
They don't really call that anymore. No, I'm not going to get into another rant about the Broncos. That was actually a pretty decent concept.
Switch route.
At least on Madden, switches are my go-to in like third and medium. Oh, I was about to. Okay, he's very slow. Because that should have went for a lot more than it did. All right. Oof. That's a very interesting decision, head coach.
What the head coach did.
Going for it on 4th and 7.
Oh.
I mean, it worked out, but yeah, it was like 4th and 7 from the 30 or something. That's a very interesting. The 30. That's a very
Shows you
interesting
how much
decision.
confidence they have in their kicker.
Bro, at that, yeah.
Because you're not punting from the 30. That's just not going to happen.
Yeah, but no.
Left.
Look to your right, left. That's what I meant. Good, and that's a good. All right, there you go. That's what. I meant to say to your left. There you go. I was like, there you go. That looked kind of like a play that happened against the Broncos this past season. Except it was the play against Pittsburgh where basically the tight end Grimble went wide open, and Will Parks made the play of the season to force a fumble there. Please throw this away, sir. Please throw this away. Please throw this away. Or at least just get out of... Okay. I mean, you got like 7 yards from it, so I can't get too pissed off. How are they back to 3rd and 11?
Probably a hold.
That was possibly a cup. Oh, it ended up working. Please, I was like, please just go like the extra foot you need for the first down. I don't know. If I played football and I knew I was like right at the first down, I'd just run straight and just brace for impact, you know? Just run forward, get the first down. Like, right here, he should have been cutting up.
Or falling down.
Yeah, anyway. Good read and good juke. That was a bit late. Anyway.
How many times have you seen him throw it more than 15 to 20 yards?
In total, like maybe 3 or 4 times. That was tipped. Good job stepping up.
Any issues mechanically that we should re-point out or point out again or point out for the first time?
Huh?
Do you see any issues mechanically that we should re-emphasize or point out again or mention for the first time?
No, it's like mechanics seem fine. It's like his footwork seems alright. Throwing motion, it's
Unique.
okay. It's unique, but it's not terrible. That was a very liberal first down call.
We probably should have pushed that.
My question is, why are you doing a speed option with the 6'5" quarterback on the short side of the field?
Probably because they seem to think he's Cam Newton based on how often he runs.
Did he catch that?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Any concerns so far about system or route concepts or anything of that nature?
I mean, not really. It seems like it's a competent enough offense, I mean, I'd like to see more deep shots, but it's like we're not getting a whole bunch of screens. That was a bad throw. It's like the scheme seems all right.
overall, what do you think of his mobility?
I mean, he definitely has good mobility.
In terms of escaping the pocket, in terms of extending plays, in terms of actual running ability?
It's like he definitely has. He's definitely shown he can escape the pocket, and it's like he's not the. It's like he seems to be pretty mobile. That was a very interesting thing. Oh, dude, you gotta catch that.
Rip. Ripperoni. That was a double rip. Alrighty. So decision-wise, we'll start with that.
No, sorry, I got a text. I had to answer. That was oof.
So yeah, we'll start with the decision and work our way back from there, or forward from there.
Uh, yeah, he's not even looking at the ball at the quarterback. What? Where is he throwing? Trying at least trying to
I
that
would
guy.
assume so.
Mm, mm, yeah, no. That's a pretty terrible. It's like at that point you're up by 5. You should have just taken the sack. Sometimes it's all right to, especially being near midfield. It's all right to take a sack and punt every once in a while. You don't have to be Superman.
Yeah, so it's definitely the bottom guy.
Yeah,
Okay, so the decision you think is obviously poor, but what do you think of the actual throw?
pretty poor as well.
Anything in particular that stands out?
It just it's like there's no real like power to it. It just kind of like he limped it to the right to the linebacker. It's like there's no real power or accuracy to it. He just kind of threw it and hopes for the best without any like oomph to it.
Gotcha.
Nice handoff. That was smooth. I guess it didn't count. That was nice. I mean, yeah, it definitely has the mobility to escape the pocket.
Speaking of escaping the pocket,
Yeah, that was a real nice throw to the boundary right there. And he just got absolutely suplexed. Please notice him. What was that receiver doing?
uh,
Like, why are you cutting in? If you just keep running to the flat, you got it.
well, the ball was to his inside, so that certainly
Oh, had
doesn't
he
help.
already thrown the ball at that point? I thought he threw it in the inside because of that.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah, I see what you mean.
so yeah, I'm saying if he kept throwing it outside, kept running outside, he wouldn't have had to throw it at that spot.
Do you have any positive or negative critiques so far on his ability to manage a game?
I mean, we haven't seen a whole lot of opportunities yet, so we'll see. Please just chuck this away. Please, okay, I guess if you can get that first down, sure. Please slide. I mean, okay. That was very interesting. That was a very right there, wide open. Go get out of bounds, Chief. Please. Uh, uh. Oh no.
Ripperoni.
That was something right there. Let's just run it back. Oh, hold on. They let the call stand.
Reverse.
Oh, Alice does a chance. Still wasn't a good. I still like to run it back because that was not a good play. Oh, and you turned on. That's oh, like, like, yeah. I was about to say he looked down.
Ball security, do you
Three
think
on the
is an
card.
issue? Or not really, because it's been
I,
relatively isolated.
this, I mean, that was his first. The first. That one interception was pretty bad, but I can't remember. Those two things were kind of just isolated things. The that fumble was caused by was the ground caused the fumble, so I'm not too worried about it. So we'll see if it keeps going on or whatever. Job stepping up. Please go get out of bounds. That's okay. Please just throw it in the flat.
Third and 14. Down by 3 with 30 seconds to go.
Oh, and there was a penalty. That was a fat O. That's a and
I was about to say at that point, just get out of bounds.
timeout. Oh,
So, I have a question for you.
yeah.
How does he compare to you so far through 2 games to Drew Lock?
I mean, Locke has a better arm, but it's like his better arm, and I'd say Locke's decision making in general is better, but Neal, he has better ball placement, and mechanics, I'd say. So,
And then, of course, anything of note so far that you wanted to touch on before we continue with this one?
no, I mean, we've kind of already touched on it throughout each of the first 2 games, you know?
Yeah.
It's just kind of we're seeing more of the same stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Which is both a good and bad thing in some cases.
Yep.
By the way, Ball State's logo is ugly as hell. That logo is terrible.
I forget what their mascot is. Isn't it the Peregrines?
I'm pretty sure it's like a cardinal or something.
Oh, yeah. Thoughts on him under center so far?
Sorry, can you go back?
To the last play?
Yeah. Shout out to my cousin texting me at midnight practically. Okay, I didn't see what the fumble was. It's like, have we seen much of him under center?
Not really.
Yeah. Which I think that's obviously you want to have your quarterback under center, but at the same time, I think it's less of a big deal than it was, say, even 10 years ago, because all the young and dynamic offenses are running mostly from shotguns anyway, you know.
So, considering that this is Tennessee Tech, which I'm pretty sure is not an
Yeah,
FBS school, how do you think he's looked so far through the first half?
I've seen better.
I mean, honestly, I don't want to say too much, but I'm not really all that impressed.
Nah, I'm not. It's like he has traits you can definitely work with, but as a whole, I'm not too impressed. Obviously, probably he'll have better coaching this year with Vanderbilt. So obviously, and he'll probably have better talent. So we'll see what he
He'll
does
also
with
be
it. If he
playing a
doesn't,
heck of a lot better competition.
that's
Big
true.
difference
But
between Alabama and Tennessee Tech.
yeah, yeah, I really hope for his sake that was just a horrible play by the receiver.
Interesting.
Oh no. Do you have this sped up or am I tripping?
I don't think I have it spread up. I might have it on normal speed. Yeah, just normal speed.
Huh, it seemed really quick to me.
Might be because you're used to watching some of the other games on half speed.
True.
Cool. So there was the Tennessee Tech game. Anything stand out to you that game that we should note?
Not, nothing really meh.
Let me check something and see.
Oh dear, who has Steven Montez in the third round?
I've seen it before.
The yikes.
Okay, so out of all these traits so far that are listed here, what do you think are his biggest positives and his biggest negatives?
I don't see. Honestly, his biggest strength to me would be his ball placement. To be honest with you, in my opinion.
Okay, so
So it's like, so yeah.
I don't know why I don't have that on here. Okay, and then biggest negative?
Decision making. That'd be my opinion. His weakest one.
Okay, and then anything else that's kind of like a just as really good or really
Definitely
bad?
has some plus mobility. Definitely has like plus athleticism. His mechanics are all right. We never really got to see him like unleash it, so it's like his velocity seemed all right. I don't know how strong his arm is, but so it's like he has traits to work with, but it's like as a whole, it's just kind of a lot of meh. It's like he's not horrible, but at the same time, it's not anything special that I've seen.
Interesting. Okay. So any other final thoughts before we wrap this one up? I'm assuming that that's all
Yeah,
cool. Alrighty then. Well, thank you guys for joining us on this one today. I'm not really too much of a quarterback guy, especially this early on and from tape 2 years ago, but I did kind of want to get this out and see what we thought. And if he was worth really kind of throwing in that top tier of guys early on.
personally, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I still have a pretty clear tier behind the big 3 or 4, or however many there are. But yeah, so hopefully you guys learned a thing or two. I kind of let Brayden take the reins on this one, but yeah,
Mm.
definitely Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Most importantly, subscribe though so you don't miss out on any of the other videos that we do the rest of the year. Check out some of the other ones that we have already done on last year's class as well. And hopefully you guys come back for more and check out some of our other videos that we're doing on the rest of the guys over the next 8 or 10 months. So with that, thank you guys for joining us today. Hope you guys have had a fantastic hope you guys have had a fantastic day to this point. Have a fantastic rest of your day. But for now, peace out.